Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre market this morning, some areas of the market have settled down quite a bit. Now, overnight, last time checked the markets, and I can't remember all the numbers, but I know the Dow was down 444 points when I was going to sleep last night. So it has recovered quite a bit from its overnight lows. We had tremendous selling in Bitcoin over the weekend. That has stabilized. And today we've got gold up a bit in the pre market while energy is getting hit hard. We've got natural gas down sharply in the pre market. So Friday was a very volatile day in the market. And quite unusual. Last day of the month usually has a bullish bias to it. They usually change some of the deck chairs, but really they don't try to sink the boat. And so Canadian markets were hit hard. U.S. markets held up fairly well. And so we're coming into this week. We still have the VIX elevated. We recently hit S&P 7,000. We haven't really broken down that much. Friday was an inside day. So today we're going to be looking for either a breakout or a breakdown of Thursday's range. And you can see some important numbers here of the recent high from last week where we went up and hit the 7,000 level. And then the January low, we're going to be watching that very closely. If that breaks and they start closing below that, that is going to be a bearish sign for the market going forward. So the U.S. market still fairly stable, even though the VIX is elevated, telling us options traders are still nervous about the market. Gold, of course, 5,000 being the big round number. We went up two price targets above that before coming down sharply on Friday. Some people are saying the announcement of the new Fed chairman disturbed the market. Then, of course, we had margin calls and we had increases in margin. So a lot of volatility. We came down through the 5,000 level and bounced off our next price target. And it was a parabolic rise. I hope you've been locking in profits along the way. It's still a profitable trade to get out today. And it's certainly a profitable trade for getting out of a lot of the gold and silver stocks on Monday. Now, we haven't got back to Bitcoin 100,000. Now, this is a weekly chart of Bitcoin. 100,000 was our next price target right here. Next target to the downside is 75,000. Over the weekend, we got down to that level and we have bounced off of it, and we're not down very much coming into the open on Monday morning. So 75,000 acting as a area of support in overnight trading. We'll have to see if that holds. Now, looking at Bitcoin, we are still long the bear ETFs. And if you're looking at Bitcoin, the bear ETF in Toronto, we hit the 2109 level on Friday. So hopefully you locked in some profits there. Next price target is 2188. In New York, we're still long, of course, the bear ETF. And in the pre-market this morning, and of course, this number is old now, but we were trading above the $25 level in the pre-market. So that may have changed by now, but certainly it looks like we may hit our target of $25 on Monday. Of course, the Bitcoin related stocks all look something like this. This is Coinbase hitting a new low on Friday. So certainly not expecting a change of trend on Monday. Looking at the VIX is still on a buy signal for the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000. The VIX ETFs, of course, they're not, based on the cash number that we see every day. They're based on the futures contracts. And here we are. We're still on a buy signal here in New York and Toronto, but not really heading higher at the moment. So hopefully, if the market's going to continue lower, we'll get some more money out of the VIX. Looking at the Canadian market, coming into Friday, the iShares for the TSX 60 were already on a sell signal. Unlike the Vanguard Canada ETF, which was holding up better, is still on a buy signal coming into Friday. And so we had a big down day. We're down over 3% for the Vanguard Canada ETF. Now, the leveraged ETFs, the 2X, of course, was down on the day. It's been on a sell signal for a while now, and we are long the bear ETF, which was up just under 6% on the day. So a good day there for the bear ETF. Next target to the upside is $4 or $14.84, and we'll put an order in just below that and see if we can take some money off the table. The energy sector is probably going to be selling on Monday. There's the price of gold back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. It is trading higher in the pre-market this morning. And of course, you can decide what you want to do, if you want to hold on and see if we can hold Friday's low and start moving back up again. Crude oil, unfortunately, is down a couple of dollars in the pre-market this morning, and we've got natural gas down very sharply on Monday, down I think 17% last time I looked. Looks like we're putting in a double top here for natural gas. Then looking at the gold ETF on the TSX, of course, the GDX, all of the major gold and silver ETFs are back on sell signals based on Friday's close. The energy sector pulled back a bit. It's going to be down sharply. So for the iShares Energy ETF from Friday, we're looking for a close below $20.59 on Monday. Now, looking at the most actives from Friday's trading action, we've got B2 Gold, of course, back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. Cenovus Energy was down on the day, but still trading above the upper channel line. No change in trend for Enbridge on Friday. And then, of course, Kinross, being a gold stock, got clipped on Friday. You had many opportunities to lock in some profits on the way up. So hopefully, if you still have a position, and I always encourage people to hold on as long as possible with a partial position, then you'd be getting out at the open on Monday. Looking at Baytex, still holding on here, no change in trend. Ivanhoe traded down into the channel on Friday, so looking for a close on Monday below $16.97. Capstone Mining pulled back into the channel, and again, we're looking for a close on Monday below $14.80. Looking at Manulife, still on a buy signal, no change there. TD Bank still on a sell signal, no change there. And last up, we've got Canadian Natural Resources pulling back, still closing above the upper channel line. That could certainly change on Monday with a close below $48.56. Now, moving on to the U.S. market and scanning down a list of those big cap tech stocks everybody likes to follow. The only one that's trading higher this morning is SanDisk, and it's going parabolic, just like gold and silver did. Looking at the S&P 500, had an inside down Friday, still on a buy signal. We've got the equal weighted S&P 500 trading below the lower channel line, but just sitting on the edge of a sell signal there. The NASDAQ had an inside down Friday. It is still on a buy signal. Unlike the equal weighted NASDAQ and the next generation NASDAQ, they are both on sell signals. So are the iShares for the Russell 2000, Vanguard Small Cap, and the iShares for the micro cap sector. They're all back on sell signals. And of course, those particular ETFs have some gold stocks, gold and silver stocks in them. Then looking at the semiconductors, depending on what ETF you're looking at, you're still on a buy signal or you're back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. Looking at the most actives, starting off with Intel, we're just treading water here at the moment. Still on a buy signal for NVIDIA, no change there. We are trading lower this morning. Plug Power back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. Ondas still on a sell signal, no change there. No change for Big Bear, we're still on a sell signal here, making a new low on Friday. AT&T going in the opposite direction, having a great day on Friday. Then looking at Denison Mines, still closing above the upper channel line, no change there. Nokia on a sell signal right now, no change there. Then we've got Kenvue just treading water here. So we had a lot of volatility on Friday, but not for this stock. Then B2 Gold back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. And then looking at B2 Gold here, we've got, it looks like a double top from back in October. So that's probably not a good sign for B2 Gold going forward. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Still a lot of volatility in the market. Today, it's the energy sector. Friday, it was the metals. Both of those getting hit is not good for the Canadian market. And we see that the futures are down in the pre-market in New York. But it is the tech sector that is leading the markets lower on Monday. And I can't see any major tech stocks trading higher in the pre-market. Have a great Monday. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Tuesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.